I guess never sing badly in front of Lestat.
Yeah.
Oh!
I think he's going to eat fresh.
Oh, that's petty. Oh, no. Welcome back, gays, schools, and everyone in between to our YouTube channel, The Horror Bandwagon. Hi, my name is Sergio.
And my name is Cody.
And we are boys for horror analysis,
criticism,
and spooky,
and sometimes kooky
entertainment. And welcome back to another interview with a vampire reaction. Today we are covering season 1, episode 2.
After the Phantoms of Your Former Self.
Quite the long episode titles. This kind of reminds me of back in the early 2000s, emo punk bands who gave their albums really long names.
Like every song on a Panic for the Disco album.
Oh yeah, Panic at the Disco for sure. But we are so excited to be here to react to another episode. Last episode surprised me so much. It impressed me. And I mean, not saying that the movie wasn't as good, but I will say like they definitely finessed this just one episode. And I'm appreciating the amount of time that we're getting with the characters.
Yeah, I'm captivated. All right, now before we get started, y'all know what to do. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click that notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. And if you want to support the channel even more, you can go over to our Patreon at patreon.com/thehorrorbandwagon, where you will find full episode watch songs of every episode of Interview with a Vampire. Or you can click the join button below to join our YouTube membership.
And with all that being said, without further ado, bring on the blood. Such a cool opener.
I love the symbolism of it, like looking like vampire teeth, but I can't help but think of the part in Inception where they fold the city in half.
Yeah.
Marius de Romanus. Never heard of him.
Little of his work survives. Mr. de Poindulac covets the rare.
He probably has a great collection.
Where the building sways a bit, but that is according to its design given the height.
I hate that.
Call it the groan.
The groan? I hate it. This is why I can't do another high rise. We lived in a high rise and I was not about it.
And I couldn't even feel the building swaying. I think it was all in your head.
How many courses are there?
Don't worry about it.
Me up for the inevitable end?
Oh, true. That could be it. But bring me the courses. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh God,
That's not a good sign.
What is he having? Oh my God.
I think he's going to eat fresh.
Listen, Louis, my neck is available. We can have a third, right?
Yeah.
I want to apologize for my outburst earlier. I can assure you it will not happen again.
I don't
Memory is
know.
a monster. We forget
I feel like it will happen again.
about the farm.
2 vampires walk into a church. That's where we left off.
Blissing out post-priesticide.
Blissing out post-priesticide.
Oh no.
Heart fire, you feel as if you're dying.
Maybe get some
Because you
Pepsi.
are.
Ooh,
And then there's the red room.
lovely. Oh,
We live off the blood of the living, lap up the blood of the deceased, and it'll suck you right down into death along with your victim.
so what? Is it like poison blood?
Think of it as milk that's the day after the sell-by date on the thing.
There's a spark.
Whoa, the spark. Oh, now let's have sex all night. Oh, okay, okay.
And now, dead could finally receive the secrets of existence
You were fucking loaded.
beyond articulation.
Fair.
A young tempranillo, fleshy and tart. A primitivo, hints of iron, rather plain otherwise.
I mean, he makes it sound so nice. Like,
I would like a nice glass of Tempranillo.
But you'll spend most of the evening trying to separate him from his crew. You'll race the sun for the kill, and when he turns up missing in the morning, you'll have half the frigate on the prowl looking for him.
that's fair. Okay, we got to plan this out.
Desperate to feed.
So I'm taking my daughter to look at horses, palominos. You know those.
And he's a father.
It's all up out of a horse. This is what happens.
Nothing but relentless questions at that age.
That's right. This is the nature of things. Someone has to.
He's like, I can't. He's like, shut up. You're ruining my food.
Careful, Moshe. You're beginning to frighten the man.
Yeah, because you're literally looking at him like,
I am talking about gas-powered, open-geared.
how did we convince him to come over to our house?
We are here to talk about farm equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
totally.
for sure.
We are here to talk about plowing.
Whenever you're ready, Louis.
Oh!
I need it.
Oh, that was fast. Oh, you tried it.
No, you don't bite the blood. You
Don't
suck
bite
it.
the blood. You suck the blood.
Yes, that's better.
Just giving some, helpful feedback.
We certainly need a more efficient way of ridding the waste.
Oh no. You did that.
I have to go see Grace and Paul.
Oh dear.
You ain't fucking hear me!
Okay, you got your strength now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Coming out of my pay.
Oh! Ow, 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 ow.
The sun gives light to everything but us.
Oh, he's carrying up. Oh.
Perfect setting for a vampire home.
Yeah, this is the live.
Vampire romance.
A vampire romance. Cue Bad Romance from Lady Gaga.
And there's an extraordinary one ahead.
Being respectful.
For the rest.
Let's just snuggle up. Keep warm.
Honor as if it was something to put behind us. Death, rebirth, coming out, homicide. Too many firsts for one night.
Oh, that's for sure.
Bedding down with him was an overture of sorts to that side of my nature.
The shame of queer theorists everywhere.
Rabbit three ways and ball piece repelling, or repel sandwich.
Oh, no, I can't do it. I can't do it, even if it's a puppet.
Contemplate the life of the rabbit, or do you simply cut?
There's some days. Not him continuing to eat.
Having a hand in the divine plan.
Don't expect every reader to swallow that one.
Our book must be a warning as much as anything.
Oh, wow, okay.
English, that's when I embraced it. And now I have English consonants to thank for this astonishing jawline.
These are nightmares.
All right. You look good.
The new gaming house you're fixing on for the alderman. I want to manage it.
Oh.
I'm good with people.
I don't think that's going to work out.
No, he wants the job so he can steal from you.
And you know that because you got in his head just now.
Vampires can read minds, mon cher.
When do you get that power?
It's not cheating with a woman, because I can't get pregnant.
Wait, I saw a little flash just now of his house.
You'll see as your powers grow, you can see their thoughts.
Oh, shit. He can visually see it, too, at some point.
You're not one of them anymore, fledgling. You chase after phantoms of your former self.
Oh, they
Phantoms
said
of your former
it.
self.
He ain't gonna miss anything.
Look what the wind blew in.
Uh-oh. Hey, Mama. Are you still mad?
I don't remember inviting him, but please, take your overdressed self and have a fun time.
She said, turn around, get out of my face.
Look at his nails. He's getting his fingernails done. And the glasses. Some fashion, certain men like him do, Lord.
Like him do. Girl.
You making me an uncle out here?
Who told you?
No one told me.
Yeah, we're going to have to be more discreet about this.
Same eyes, same me.
Different you. Better you, I'd say.
Better you. Sis knows best.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't do anything to the sister.
Portable sporting house this side of Basin Street.
The alderman certainly thinks so, but then you have to ask yourself why he sent me.
New business, new partner.
Knew everything.
Building codes allow those for residents, not for business.
Well, that's only if you call it a pocket.
What are you calling it?
Fire escape.
You gotta get your way around it.
Now, I must say I had my doubts, but you really have earned your 15%. You truly are an exceptional
Oh,
Negro.
it goes back to the 50% he was talking about.
So long, I stopped hearing it. Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Subject, verb, agreement, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunate, the man picked that night to dabble in fuckery.
Louis, my boy!
Disrespecting me.
How did he do that?
He told me I did a good job.
You are a library of confusion.
It's the principle, okay?
In town, the police will be looking for this man fledgling.
You need to stop using that word right now, because it sounded a little like slave. Well, that's what it fucking sound like.
He's trying to tell you.
Oh my God.
For the record, if disrespect was done to you, I would have killed him myself.
Oh my God. This is an old married couple here.
This is actually precisely how we sleep at night.
It's true.
It was a grand and loving gesture on Lestat's part.
That's a mighty tall ladder you're climbing, Mr. Dulac.
Can't stop him now.
I opened the doors to anyone with money to burn. I paid the staff.
Ooh, a nice red suit.
You fellas know where I can find a Fair Play Saloon?
About 5 years late. So how long are you in town for?
Yeah.
It's truly like the bordello of blood here.
That is fancy.
How are things with you and is the star still right?
Yes, it's Lestat.
Oh no, guys, we had a really good relationship here. Oh, I can't handle this right now.
All right, here it is.
He's like, here, just take it.
Let's see if it goes back down. Let's see.
Honey, the twins again.
Okay, let me just see.
Oh God, we're being left alone again. This is not what's gonna happen, right? This is not like Game of Thrones level.
Sir!
I no longer kill. My last victim was in the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Of hiding, giddy to increase their numbers.
2 questions. Did you eat the baby?
What on earth would a meth-addicted son of a coal miner in West Virginia want with eternal life?
Did you eat the baby?
Or the
We need to know this.
We do.
Don't you, Bill?
He's American, damn it.
You like Dubai?
Oh my God. Oh, is he just here to be sucked on? Oh, this is so weird. This is so weird.
Just a small talk.
This is the weirdest
Oh my
like
God.
meetup hookup that I've ever been to. Oh, he just left the baby on the ground. Honestly, better that way.
Preferred.
You have to stop seeing them, Louis. I'll grow fearful of you if they haven't already.
I can't do it.
And they'll notice when you don't get older.
Yeah.
No one as angry, as stubborn, as unaccommodating, as maddening.
It's all like trash to
as
me.
loving, as
This is how Cody compliments me. Starts with saying I'm trash and then says that I'm
no,
loving.
just the second half.
Rome, Italy?
Would you prefer Rome, Wisconsin?
I can't just pick up and go to Rome. I got a business to run.
Wait, is there Rome, Wisconsin?
There might be.
3 years ago, and I remember it like it was yesterday.
I almost stayed my nephew, Lestat.
American debut, a fifth up in a 22-city tour, so the orchestra should begin.
It is quite a transition from almost eating your nephew to let's go to the opera.
He was my murderer, my mentor, my lover, and my maker. All of those things at once. He didn't choose me to.
Those are also part of our vows.
We did what we always did to avoid conflicts there. I performed as his valet. Walked a pace behind him.
There's one thing about being a vampire that I most fear above all else, and that is loneliness.
Oh.
I get that. Like
being a vampire?
No, but like the fear of just
Being
like being alone.
I'm here for you.
I know.
How many vampires? Maybe 100.
Oh, that's not as much as I thought. Oh.
And music.
Oh, wow. He really loves the music.
An elevated plane in his eyes.
Oh.
I was moved to see he too had his human attachments.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this kind of makes him a little more grounded, more human, that he likes. Oh, he has a hobby.
To be kind, he did not live in the Sopranos' vocal stratus.
Oh, he did not even anywhere around that section.
Where are they pulling talent from roadside gas stations?
Find the note. Find the note.
I mean, he sounds like he has it, but he's just a little flat in certain areas.
Lestat leapt to his feet in mock appreciation, which could mean only one thing.
Uh-oh.
The hunt was on.
Oh, no. I guess never sing badly in front of Lestat.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm going to be silent.
Oh, God. I'm already dead.
Wrong.
All the way to like, no, I'm going to teach you where you're wrong.
Yeah. We're going to get it right.
That's petty.
And then I'm going to have dinner.
About himself, exposed on his...
Not the playing the note. Oh, my God.
This is taking me back to High School Musical Theater.
Ero nel suo serato quando l'ha scritta.
Oh! Okay, a different definition of fingering.
Embrace what you are! You are a killer, Louis!
Let's get you to the couch to die.
I was in denial for in bringing death.
This is how effortlessly I want you to pick me up, just so you know.
I listened to his thoughts as Lestat drank, and this time they came with vision. His life as he remembered it. Scenes from an Italian childhood.
He's pretty much seeing his last, like, few memories.
That's so sad.
Kind of disturbing.
Lestat, completely enthralled. Myself, pretending
All right, well,
to be.
Move over. Let me just nuzzle in there real quick. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's the most disturbing scene, but like it's also just so central how they're sharing this together. I don't know.
What does this taste like to you?
Like almost all human food, paste.
Oh,
Chalk.
interesting. I've always wondered that.
Half of her eyebrow was blonde, like a mutt. She always dyed it back to brown. I liked it when she left it alone.
She liked her true self. Why do you keep eating it? Maybe it makes him feel more human?
Yeah.
Yeah. Another show that I feel like I could just binge.
I know.
All right, guys. So that was our reaction to Interview with the Vampire, Season 1, Episode 2.
After the phantoms of your former self.
Which kind of makes sense. This episode was very dealing with letting go of some things you gotta have to let go. You're different now. You have to adjust, and fitting ending because he is having something, even though it doesn't taste good to him.
Yeah,
it makes him feel a little connected to who he used to be.
Yeah, I think that this was a beautiful episode. Not quite as shocking as the last one. I was very nervous for the nephew at a certain point.
I was like, you bastards, you're playing a scary little game here. I was like, they're gonna go full Game of Thrones.
But I do agree with you that like this is an interesting concept to explore, that he turned into a vampire, but he still wants to have that human connection. He wants to be in his family's lives. He wants to, not have to kill people.
But in reality, Lestat is kind of right. There's going to be situations like what he had before where he almost bit his nephew, and he can't do that. he wants to be close, but there's just some things that he's not going to be able to do unless something changes down the line.
Yeah.
But it does seem like here is the inklings of him realizing that he does not want to feed on humans anymore. And I think he said he has like a little bit of human, and he stopped killing in 2000.
Yeah.
So at some point he does change his ways. It takes a long time apparently, but
well, and I am a little curious about like when you're trying to follow the rule of you can't drink a dead person's blood.
Mm-hmm.
Can you take blood from a living person, and then if they later die after you take the blood from them, can you still drink that blood and you're fine?
No, I don't think so.
I'd like can you just like operate out of a human blood bank? And
well, it seems because that one guy came by, right? It kind of seems like there's maybe like some vampire followers who just like are willing to give him blood, and obviously like we create blood, so he probably just feeds on them a little bit, a few times per month or something like that.
The dangers of Twilight. But I really like this. I remember liking that about the movie too, but I love that we have a chance to explore it even more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And really dive into his struggle between wanting to be human while also needing to accept who he is now.
I also like the line in this where he states that him being a vampire or him being with Lestat or like whatever Lestat was doing to him has nothing to do with him coming out. Like he said like, oh, I slept on or with Lestat because I wanted to. That was me. That's what it has nothing to do with me being a killer or anything like that. And I like that they made that distinction. Like they're kind of coming up with questions that I'm having, and they're talking about it in real time, which is really, really good. And I love that they're just leaning. This is something that was very much coded in the movie, and we're just outwardly talking about it. And it's just part of their being. And we're experiencing Louis, who is queer, but also is living at that time, having to have a little bit of a wall when it comes to that. But then we're having modern Louis, who is very open about it and is willing to talk about it, which I'm liking just the two different aspects of the same person.
Yeah, well, and it's interesting also to see how if they go out and try to be fancy, that he still has to play this part of the role that society thinks he should be in.
For him being a person of color, who can't even show any sort of affection. It needs to be like a professional setting.
I also just think it is so funny that Lestat took this tenor back to their place and then forced him to go through and be like, you missed this note and you missed this one.
Yeah.
And that one. And now I'm going to kill you.
Well, that's, I think, just a reminder of where we are mentally with Lestat. I think we have seen him as someone who is charming, able to talk Louis down, like center him, remind of like who he is. Is very sexual. It's just very romantic. But then we see like this dark side where it's like one specific thing that can set him off. And even when Lestat was just like, well, even with Louis was like, why do you do this? And it was like, well, why don't you? Like, I felt like we saw his like true self for like a second, like he combated with him, because at that moment he then was judging Louis, being like, well, you're not being what you're supposed to be, you're fighting it. I'm liking that dynamic, because it's not like Lestat being this mysterious, brooding kind of vampire.
Yeah.
There are different levels to him.
It's almost giving me like a metaphor of someone who has been out for a very long time and is comfortable with who they are.
Yeah.
Befriending somebody who is just coming to terms with their sexuality.
Oh,
and trying to like figure out that balance of like, who am I versus who does society say I'm supposed to be?
Different generations, because I mean, Lestat, I actually am not 100% sure of remember like how old Lestat is, and
he said he was 200.
Okay, 200. So it's like,
around
and he's way ahead of Louis. So we're having two generations go into the same situation very differently. So yeah, they're gonna bump heads at some point.
I also think a different conclusion or comparison that you could make would be to discussions that we had around Buffy and Faith.
Also,
Buffy.
if you have not seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, spoilers.
Yes, spoilers. We're about to discuss spoilers. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So one of the really interesting conversations that we had was how Buffy represented the ego in psychology, whereas Faith was very much the id. And in that same way, Lestat is the id. He knows what he wants and he goes for what he wants. And that's just how things are going to be.
Yeah.
Whereas Louis still has that conscience. He wants to balance out, we can't just take, we have to have a place. And so it's really interesting. And I'm going to say this a million times. I am so excited to see where this show takes us.
Yeah, because it really is like a brand new experience than from the movie. I love that we can have the movie be its own experience and then this one be completely different ride.
Yeah.
Even though there's like some elements of the same beats from the first movie, like obviously like the interviewer and Louis and all that stuff. But it's very much a different ride.
Yeah.
I also just like how you said like that the dynamics between Louis and Lestat, they're not shying away from the fact, like their races are different, and he's willing to like tell him, be like, you're a white man, you're not going to experience the same things that I'm going through.
Yeah.
So I like that they're not shying away from it. They're these are the themes and elements that they would deal with, and I think they're doing it flawlessly. And sometimes it might not seem like we're like saying a lot, but that's mostly because we're just also trying to take in as much dialogue as we can. All right, guys, so you know the deal. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought about this episode. We also want to give a special shout out to our Patreon members. Thank you so much to each and every single one of you over there. You have no idea how much your love and support mean to us. It truly helps us in every single way for us to keep making these videos. If you want to be part of the Patreon gang, go over to patreon.com/thehorrorbandwagon, and where you'll find full-length reactions to each of these episodes.
And if you want to unlock exclusive emotes and members-only lives and watch-alongs, you can click the join button below to join our YouTube membership.
Big thank you to those YouTube members and those who are YouTube members and Patreon members. You guys are freaking awesome. But until next time, we have been your source for horror analysis,
criticism,
and spooky,
and sometimes kook
entertainment.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.